Let's see who's ready very quickly. Raise your hands. Whoever is ready with the questions just now discussed can raise hands. Okay, fine. Since we've already done all the questions and their presentations, let's have somebody volunteer to answer. You want to see something else? Any question? I'm ready to show you before I take up that session. We'll be mainly discussing about your presentation skills, beta. Anybody? You want me to show you any answer again? That means you all are confident. Raise your hands who would like to take this challenge. We'll do it right now. I won't force you. Anybody who feels confident can go for it. If you want to read a particular answer, let me know. Entirely your choice as of now. Nobody has raised hand till now. Okay, Vedahi is wanting to try. Other students, you have to simply ask a question. Or I'll ask a question and we'll compare with her presentation and we'll find out what she has missed. So we'll start with first a normal one marker question. Okay, Vidhi, what is the normal leukocyte count in humans?
Ma'am, 6,000 to 8,000 millimeter cube of the blood.
Beta, you all agree with the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
See, if you would have not mentioned per cubic millimeter, then the presentation is lacking. That means you don't get full marks. You would have got half if it is a one marker. So this is what we are going to see today, whether her presentation skills that she is focusing on are correct or not. Fifth answer, Vedehi. You can see the question. It's a hot one. It is seen that RBC count is more in the persons living at high altitudes. Indicate the reason behind this. Okay. So you have to basically tell us the reason. The question you've already seen now. How would you give this answer? Start.
It is seen that RBC count in the persons living in high altitude is more because the concentration of O2 is less, and due to this the binding capacity of hemoglobin is also less, and when the hemoglobin does not bind with O2, the count of RBC is more in the persons living at high altitudes.
Yes, children. Did she present it nicely? Tell me. Are you satisfied? Beta, I'm asking others. See, she started with the reason, cause, and then she gave the effect. This is the right way of answering a question. It is not that first we give the effect and then we talk about causes. She's very nicely given this answer. Okay, let's move on to the next one for one long one for Vedahi. Let's take this. Okay, first you do this one, Vedahi. Why do we consider blood as a connective tissue? Answer.
Ma'am, blood is a mobile connective tissue because and it is derived from mesoderm. It consists of fluid matrix, plasma, and certain other cells. It is known as connective tissue because it circulates in the body and transport all the materials to each and every part of the body with the help of arteries, veins, and capillaries.
Okay. So first she has given the composition of blood and then she moved on further and specified that why it is a connective tissue. Anybody would like to try the same answer? Never mind. First we'll go for Vedayi only. Though it was only asked that why is it a connective tissue, but still she answered nicely. She gave the origin, then she talked about the composition, and after that she mentioned about the exact answer that I asked. Let's try one long answer from Vedayi, just one last one from you, beta. I think I will go for this. What physiological circumstances lead to erythroblastosis fetalis? Take your time, plan your answer, then speak.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, Rh antigen is present in the erythrocytes of 80 to 85% of the human beings. If Rh is positive, that means that we have Rh antigen and it is negative, then it means that we do not have Rh antigen. If a person, okay, for example, if a mother has Rh negative blood group and the fetus in her body has Rh positive blood group, ma'am, wait a minute.
No, beta, you can plan. It's a long answer. That's why I said take 1 minute, plan it, then speak.
Ma'am, a person when exposed to Rh positive blood group develops antibodies against that. If suppose there is a pregnant woman who is Rh negative and she bears a fetus of Rh positive, the antibodies of Rh will be developed in her body during the first delivery. It will affect the subsequent delivery because the Rh antibodies present in her body will kill the RBCs of the fetus, and the fetus could suffer from diseases like jaundice, etc. This condition is known as erythroblastosis fetalis.
Yes, erythroblastosis fetalis because there is a blasting of what? Erythrocytes? And which
Yes,
leads
ma'am.
to the death of what? Which leads to the death of fetus.
Yes.
Whatever was my main purpose, I think it is achieved. She could answer very nicely. Is there excellent, Uditi? Vedhi, too good, beta. Uditi
Thank
was
you, ma'am.
entering, so I got a bit confused. Too good, beta. Anybody else would like to try the challenge? Anyone? It's just that I want to see your presentation, how to write answers. It's a 3 marker, 1 marker, 5 markers. How to present your answers. That's all what I want to see, beta. Hmm? Nobody is in a mood of trying today. You got your date sheets now, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All comfortable? Syllabus you have already got previously, and now the date sheet is also posted yesterday. I don't think there's any confusion in the date sheet. There is going to be no holiday because it's a UT. So you will not get any gaps between the exams, beta. We'll have normal classes. You'll have your exam, and then you won't have classes that day, of course. So you can prepare for the next exam. This is how we're going to have it. We're not going to have it on alternate days. Okay? Charlie, today we'll finish the class here only because we'll be taking up another biomolecule tomorrow, beta. Okay? You can leave the meeting. No issues. God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless Vichu. God bless you all.